Our discussion today, should children be raised gender neutral? Joining us now from Eternity Church in Croydon, Pastor Clement. Pastor Clement, if you're confused about your gender, this is a good option, isn't it? It gives people the choice to be gender neutral.
Yeah, I think we need to maybe just dial this back a bit and go back to a very simplistic understanding. You are either XX or XY. There is no G chromosome. There is no genderless chromosome. You are biologically male or female.
Pastor Clement Okusi is the lead pastor of Eternity Church in Croydon. Welcome to you all. Thank you for joining us. And Pastor Clement, obviously you're in a society in Croydon in south of London, very multi-faith.
That's right.
Society there. How does this reflect with the work you do there?
Well, I mean, Britain, I would agree that Britain is a Christian nation. And, you know, we use the word democracy, and I think in democracy is this idea of majority rule. The majority of people in Britain still identify themselves as Christians. We can argue about the figures, it being declining. And I think there's a growing sense that Christians are feeling that their views and their historical beliefs are being marginalised. And that's causing tension. And I think there is a challenge, because when we say multi-faith, is that at the expense of the host nation's culture and belief system. We are a Christian country. There's churches everywhere. When royalty want to have a wedding, it's a great big Church of England affair. The Queen is the head of the Church of England. Christians, it's a Christian faith that has allowed other cultures and welcomed other cultures, including my own family's culture, to come into this country in the 60s and have freedom and live a better lifestyle.
According to the Office for National Statistics, marriage rates in England and Wales are at their lowest level ever. The revelations are seen as a potentially pivotal moment for the institution of marriage, as the number of people getting hitched continues to decline while the cohabiting and single population increases. So is marriage now an outdated institution, or is it still the bedrock of family life? Well, here to discuss those issues are Pastor Clement Okusi from the Eternity Church. Marriage doesn't matter, it's the commitment,
Well, no, because I think, going back on what my sister just said there, men do understand commitment, which is why a lot of men don't want to get married, because they understand that once they do get married, this is something they're committed to. And I've performed 50 weddings in my time. 48 of them are still married. Because we do such a thing called pre-marriage counselling, where we go through what marriage is like.
But that's not normal, is it? I mean,
well, it's normal for me. It's in my world, in my sphere of society, it's normal. I say cohabitation is a poor imitation of a marriage. And I'd also go further to say that actually it's a contradiction in terms. You're saying we want to be committed to each other, but we kind of want to leave the back door open in case things don't work out.